Hello, I'm Hannes Gille, and this is my latest competitive map for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. The map is called Balloon, and it takes place in the Cappadocia region in Turkey. Balloon is located on top of a hill, with one side being populated by townhouses and the other by ancient ruins built into the mountains. The walls are clean and bright, and the sky is filled with colorful hot air balloons. I think this is a great setting for a competitive map, as it has great readability while still enabling stunning visuals when the map has been set dressed. Balloon features a 4-square layout. This is a formula that most CSGO maps use, as it allows for a great deal of strategic depth. There are main paths towards the bomb sites that are placed on the outer edges of the map. There is also an intersection, often called mid, in the middle of the map that can be fought for by both teams to get more map control and more options. In Balloon, the mid is divided into two parts. If T's get control over one of them, it becomes a lot easier to take the other one and get full control over mid. If T's have mid, they will get additional entrances to the bomb sites. On the other hand, if CTs have control over it, it will act as a great place for quick and concealed rotations between the bomb sites. The A site is the easiest to get to for T's, but it will be more heavily defended. The cover on the site itself is sparse, and players will mainly play on the outskirts of the site. B site has one main entrance that can be covered by a single CT, making it harder to break into. Compared to the A site, the cover on the site itself is a lot stronger. I will go into more detail about the bomb sites later on in the video. One of the most important things to consider when making a CSGO map is the number of choke points. This is the amount of places on the map where attackers meet resistance from the defending team. It is important to have options for the attackers, but it is also important that the number of choke points is not so high that the defenders can't possibly hold them all with a full team of 5 players. Balloon has 4 choke points, 1 at A, 1 at B, 1 at mid, and 1 at second mid. If T's take control over mid, they will get the ability to push through connector, upper A, or boost players into CT spawn, making the total amount of choke points 5. When making the layout, I didn't only think about the amount of choke points, I also thought about how CTs would hold them. Most common places to hold as a CT has a view of or a short distance between multiple choke points. For example, a player holding from connector can either watch mid or be main. A player holding from red room can watch mid, second mid, or A main. And a player holding from blue room can watch mid, A upper, or A main. This puts a lot more emphasis on a dynamic playstyle for the defenders and rewards communication and split time decisions. Now, let's get into some breakdowns. In mid, CTs will try to take control of the double doors to prevent T's from pushing out. This is most easily done by throwing either a smoke or a Molotov in the beginning of the round to get into a better position, like the wall, or connector, from which CTs can cut the quickest rotation path between the bomb sites for T's. To get through the doors, an attacker can throw a flash over the wall, or a smoke to block CT sightlines. The other way to take control over mid is by going through second mid, to gain more entrances to mid and to also get a direct path to the A bomb site. To get into mid from second mid, T's can either jump onto an electric box to get a sightline over the wall to mid, boost over the wall with the help of a teammate, or go through the red room. If T's have control over mid, it can still be a good idea for a CT to hold from arch to see if T's push into connector and prevent T's from boosting into CT spawn. Let's look at the A bomb site. In the beginning of the round, CTs can try to get hold of A long by pushing A main. There they can choose between holding this corner or playing aggressively and doing a wider peek to get more information. This is a risk-reward situation as it becomes harder to fall back. Playing from site, a common position to hold from is the water pump, or behind the stairs, watching A main, or from the carpet shop, looking towards A upper. To get a good crossfire setup, another CT can play from the blue room. If CTs lose control of the bomb site, it is possible to fall back and play from carpet or CT spawn while waiting for backup. If Ts get the bomb site, there are multiple options to where to plant the bomb. It's a risk-reward situation, where the more exposed you are when planting, the easier it will become to kill CTs trying to defuse the bomb. Now to the B bomb site. At the start of the round, aggressive CTs can try to get into B main to get a surprise kill on rushing attackers. The more common place to play from is close to main behind the cube. It is also possible to hold from the site itself or from heaven. To get out of B main as an attacker, it is possible to boost onto the box to catch a defender off guard, or throw a Molotov to force out hidden CTs. It is also possible to assist with smokes and flashes from van. One CT will most likely play from connector, assisting either mid or B site. There is a window in connector that can be used either to throw utility or jump peek through. The most common place to plant is in this corner. However, like on the A site, it is possible to plant more exposed to more easily defend the bomb later on. Something that I wanted to get right was the after plant scenarios, which is when the bomb has been planted and CTs will try to defuse it. A problem that some maps have is that it is too hard to retake the bomb site for the counter-terrorists. This often leads to them not even attempting a retake, which makes for a boring waiting game at the end of the round. To prevent this, I wanted to give the CTs multiple options when moving between the bomb sites. CT spawn is the quickest path to take. However, it is also the most exposed, and a terrorist holding with an AWP could easily hold it off. Mid offers a more concealed path, but CTs will have to watch out for lurking terrorists. T-spawn is the safest but longest path to take, and it offers less alternatives close to the bomb site. CTs who play aggressively earlier in the rounds could however push T-spawn to gain information and catch unknowing terrorists off guard. Balloon has been a great map to work on, and the reception has been very positive. I feel very happy about the layout, and I think I accomplished my goal of keeping the layout very clean and simple, while not taking away from the strategic depth. Thank you for watching.